Okay, that was weird. My stream stopped and my Wi-Fi disconnected. Yeah, I've been trading for the last 22 minutes. Been taking funky trades. Got direction right, but selling stopped. Demand stepped in, swept my position, and got stopped out. Continued to the downside. Relieved these shorts and then did another push back up to the upside, but we're getting a nice move. Selling stepped in here. Crazy imbalance. It's gonna tap back into here and create some sort of trend channel ranging low between 150, about 50-point range up to the downside. So with this low of 80 to 130 high, could potentially short of 130. So we're tracing just beyond this FEG and a couple contract sells to the downside. If this doesn't just continue to the downside here, selling these shares. I mean, I am so unfocused this morning. I kind of slept late last night. It was a bit early. Didn't drink enough coffee or something. Okay, we gotta pay attention to these charts. I want to be profitable for today, so a bit of a retracement and an immediate push. 5-minute candle down to these lows. I don't know if it's gonna tap back into 130. It's a little bit away. Could be ranging down here, keeping this up for this rally. So would I buy this low and target 130 is it? And am I bullish or bearish for right now? Right now it's currently bearish. Probably gonna make some sort of bear flag. Trying to do as much selling up here as they can. This relief rally for the ceasefire. This is breaking below. So I know direction is down. Did not tap back up into 130. It's trading a VWAP. Wonder if this is where demand can step in here. A VWAP. There's more shorts than longs on the NASDAQ. Short squeeze here. Maybe a relief to 130 in this range. Defensive and selling more at 130 if there's not too much of a demand here. It's already seller stepping in. Low micro range here. $20-point candles. There is a consolidating something down here. I bounce off of this VWAP up to 130. Just gotta recover this fair value gap. I gotta delete this last one. Still consolidating. So steadily growing my commitment and discipline to getting better by live streaming and showing up to the charts every day. It feels good to vocalizing what I'm thinking about the markets, because sometimes just in my head taking these and I'm not hearing what I'm talking about, and I probably took stupid trades because I didn't really think it through or know why I was in a trade. But gotta figure out why I could be in this trade here. But there has been a defensive hold and a break below for a bear flag. There's just no demand here after this move to the downside. The volume has been drying up a little bit. 7 o'clock. Down 63. This could be it for the day. Don't want to trade into potential for this to go to the bottom. 25.2. Where's the bottom of this? It's 24.880. That's a 200. 24.8. 100 point move to the downside. Break selling and shorting. I've just been having horrible entries now.
Order filled.
Saw a break. I'm gonna de-risk. Just above VWAP. Been having horrible entries. Like I get in on the break for some reason instead of a retest back within that range. And I don't think through what I'm doing next for some reason. That's a horrible habit. Gotta have all the parameters set before I take a trade. What is my stop? What is my reward? When am I taking profit?
Stop filled.
When am I entering? Man, sometimes I just I just press the button, you know. It's a bit frustrating when you don't see a good trade, and then as the trades unfold, they're like, oh yeah, it's clearly potential to take, and you're right, but it's just the entries, just timing your entry and just the oscillation of price. If you could get the overall direction right, then you can see the tops where you can enter in at. But sometimes that's hindsight, and sometimes that's wishful thinking. But we are bearish for the day. I wonder how much further this can move down. So is the defensive positioning here around 25.1. And I'm just gonna try.
Order filled.
But it did sweep this low and this high. And it looks like a bear flag with a bit more selling pressure than. And there's probably not a demand here. But it is trading around VWAP, and I wonder if that is institutional selling going on here until these 25.9, 25.100 orders. There's probably big orders around 25.100. Volume is relatively steady. I want to get really good at reading the markets, though. If I could read the tape, anticipate with some good data in my mind. It's all data. What leads up to your current decision. The more data you have on the instrument, the history of the instrument, how it's traded, how it trades every day, and then adapt to the nuance. Just be fluid with the markets. Only take trades that you potentially have seen happen before, because then you could always be in a trade and just be throwing away all sorts of cash before. A demo is like a great tool because you learn everything demoing, and then you get your emotions out the way, because then you have a strategy and you have data, and then this is the longest consolidation. Potentially de-risk this stop here. I don't know why we're getting in on consolidation. That's why I try and avoid these areas. But then you get in before they happen or after the move happens, and then you trade into that area, another consolidation. That's why if you swing, you just would have more capital for a drawdown to cover for an initial move to be established in your direction, and then you probably slowly add and de-risk depending on if it's a bull market. You want to be anticipate like 3 months of movement, I think, is on average where how long these institutional guys are holding for. But there's probably other types of big money who are like active in the markets every day with like maybe potentially thousands or tens of thousands of contracts actively scalping these markets. There's probably institutional scalpers and institutional swing traders and investors, and probably maximize all sorts of ways to make money in the markets. The retail just has to find a way to risk appropriately and hopefully be on the same side as the move. You want to avoid being part of liquidity. You want to be aware of the different levels, because these whipsaws could retrace and for a while, but you get the move, the overall move later on. It's difficult to time. I think it's probably difficult to scalp the markets because potential to lose more, taking more trades by taking lots of trades a day. As long as you survive, it's like trying to continue to make money and survive without losing too much. You're going on tilt. Just waiting for this to break below this 90 area. But it's a holding above VWAP for some reason. We're trying to establish some sort of support here. Waiting for demand to feel safe to step in at this low. Or trace back up to 130. They're holding this low because the shorts are stepping in and defending these highs. Whatever it is this weekend, the craziest looking consolidation on the 15 second I've seen. It's a lot of institutional trading going on there, taking profit, letting go over there. I gotta make some money on this one. That's why I let this one get away from me. Should took profit here. Still downwards pressure. We're in a new range. Could potentially de-risk. If that broke below, could still this one a little bit. And then maybe target this low. 1.25, 1 and 2, 1.5, 1 to 2. It's almost 40 minutes trading. On the 5, it looks like there is potential to get back down there. Slowly been creeping down on the 15. Want to see this close. They've been holding that low. I need help sometimes. I need a little bit more data from someone else. What is someone else seeing? Bit of a struggle scalping these markets this morning, but it's on tilt and took stupid trades. A couple contracts instead of one on a. Because sometimes you got to get a feel for the markets and just be part. I don't know about this trade. Probably got a lot more.
Target filled.
I need 40 more if I could buy these highs. You got a break below. Should have sent my target wave. Whoa.
Order submitted.
Oh, not down here.
Order canceled.
That was the craziest slip. Looking for orders between 60 and 90. This is a bit of a anomaly for me right now. This 15-second range. I don't know. I haven't seen such a compact. I think they're definitely setting orders. They getting the orders filled around 80. Around 80, 90. 85 to 95. They're doing a good job of keeping this price up, though. And still, after this, they're keeping this rally up. The last 40 minutes have been slowly selling. 200, about 100-point move. Dang, everybody just dying on the way down, even though it's. Jeez, I don't know. I don't know how people are losing money in these markets right now, but at this one, and then got swept. It's been lower highs. Defensive here. I don't know if this consolidation has been going on long enough where it's not going to retrace back into a higher, like 130 zone. Like they're defending below 100 area. So demand would have to step in here. I think this is a bit of a waterfall, so you'd only want to be short and find good entries on short. If this comes back up to 80, then but it's been in a micro range, a smaller range, 20 points, 30 points. You're building your position to the downside up here around 90, 80. So if this comes back up, then you kind of want to enter and exit with those guys, or let the drawdown or the fluctuation not affect you, and just keep your stop just above until this does break for a move. That sounds like I should do that now. Create a FEG to the upside.
Order filled.
Sometimes you just gotta figure out what one contract can do. I'm gonna target this low. Adapt to this market for 1-to-1. Just be on 195. Just be on 100. I'm gonna get better at this. I keep doing this. I keep scalping every day, reading markets. I'll get better at it, and I'm gonna be consistently profitable. I'm gonna be taking payouts, copy trading, buying a dream car, house, all that. It's a matter of time. I just gotta perfect this skill. You gotta make more than I lose. Maybe trying to go for break-even days, having a tough way down here. But this doesn't even look like a bear flag anymore. It looks like it did happen. Now it's a triple bottom. I'm potentially gonna move to the upside for 130, break 100. The selling's not done yet. We're getting a hold of these lows on the 5. So on the 7 retracement, there's a bit of a battle to the downside with uncertainty. Almost a break even for the day. I just need this trade to go in my favor, and then it will just have been a break even day. If I was intraday trading, I would put my stop, maybe figure out a stop based on this, maybe 1 minute or 2 minute, and then I set my profit target somewhere like hundreds of points later, and I would just wait for that to play out. I'm trying to take advantage of scalps because I don't have a 50,000 account to be $2,000 drawdown. We risking that much. I don't understand this range at all, but I'm in the trade. Targeting this break. I kind of understand this downward slope. I think their fill of orders was like 180. From 190 to, I don't know, but it kind of feels weird to be part of a trade that you don't want to be a part of. I could exit at any moment. I think this profit target is relatively reasonable. I'm not willing to risk this much. Just want this to play out in my favor. Need people to talk to. How do I find other traders to trade with? That would be so dope just to talk about the markets. Maybe we do Discord thing. At least traders that you don't have to really teach or got some sort of understanding, their own understanding. Just like, I don't know if it's like signals or I don't know. Just want to make money and learn how to do this better. I think it's only gonna come from experience. I learned a lot from like YouTube though. I definitely did YouTube University. It was nothing but YouTube University. I did Market Wizards, so Jack Schwager and Mark Douglas and Habit book that Lance Breitstein recommended. There's a lot of successful traders out there making millions of dollars, and I think I watched them all, feels like. So I know it's possible, and I don't know. We usually like the 5 to 10 year mark, they seen success with those numbers, like mad money like that. So it probably took them a few years to stack enough to be able to risk that much, and where you're making tens of thousands of dollars on a trade. But to get to that point, it would take years. And it's probably not like they didn't know what they were doing, but just refining their craft. It's just, I can imagine how good you could be at this if you keep doing it for a long time. So a lot of it is just staying consistent, only taking good trades, and being in the green more than not.
Target filled.
So we're at $1.34 total. That was the weirdest freaking consolidation I've seen in my life. It's a weird morning. I did feel weird about this trading morning. You get the relief rally, but it's too overextended, too big of a move, so you know there's gonna be a sell-off. And there's probably not going to be too many buying. It's going to be shorting, so they're selling off to shorts. And then they're getting sweepy about it and stop selling and swept, and then start selling again and swept, and then somebody steps in and shows you how to do that so you don't sweep people. So whoever operated this last consolidation, that's how you do it for institutional. That's how you know they're here. But these guys are more predatory in the markets, creating bigger swings on clear direction. Even though there's a ceasefire, I still feel bearish. Like, what is a ceasefire? It's not the end of the war. It didn't say the war is over. Well, they're just gonna stop shooting each other for 2 weeks, and then after that, then they start shooting each other again. And then the market goes back down. Like, what is this market doing sometimes? It's over. Gets too happy with news, with Trump. It's too much volatility around Trump tweets. I don't know if that's slippage or people really buying because he said something. Bye. So I'm thinking I'm out of the market for the day. Didn't make anything, but didn't lose anything. I still call that a success. At least I saw what happened and what opened. I'm gonna keep an eye on the markets. Seeing that could potentially be part of a longer trade. This could be an accumulation of shorts to the downside for a retracement of 50 on this 1 hour. That would be like 24/7. So maybe a 300 point move to the downside Shorts, 21% is holding that. Isn't necessarily a demand here to buy at 25,000. So just rebalancing this rally. To be part of these rallies, you gotta hop in quick. Next time, let's see the Trump tweet, and I'm gonna get freaking max out. I guess it's good news after bad news. It's a relief. Okay, they are talking about there is an actual ceasefire. So that means they're making progress. But I don't like how Trump's going about telling us what's going on in Iran. It's too vague. Too like, yeah, you're there already. Like what? Why? Like it's a holy war. It's a holy war, but they also don't want them to have nukes. And conspiracy theory is that there's like they're taking something from their land, some sort of. They're trying to take their land, or I don't know what. Helping the Israelis in that holy war, or is it aliens or something? No one really knows. Trying to figure out what the heck America's stopping from having nukes. They're an evil regime. They keep saying that. There's 100 million people in North Korea, and then you get a bad leader, and there's no, I don't know, you don't have the same opportunities you do in the free world. So are they really trying to free Iran? Become part of the free world and not be a dictatorship and have a democracy? And so it's not a religious state? Is that what that is? A religious country? Well, America would be Christian, if that's true, but it's a melting pot. It's everybody's here. You got people that hate Trump, and Trump runs. I feel like the majority of people hate Trump. Like, from what you look at, but there's maybe secret supporters that it's like, you can't hate Trump. You see what he's doing. He's been trying to fix the economy of America, and maybe just a bit aggressive with the military, though. That's, as a president, like, taking a lot of responsibility for these wars. Venezuela, and literally going in and overtaking dictatorships and bad presidents is what they're telling us. So I guess believe it or not, huh? And it's affecting the markets big time. Everybody who's trading it doesn't want to trade it, wants to cash out. It's creating this downward pressure on price. A weaker market. We get this relief rally that's pretty strong. It happened during Asian session. So I don't know. The war ends and this breaks 26.8, 2,700. We've seen all-time highs. I think I was just anticipating a bullish market this year. But you can't really anticipate what's going to happen. It is discounting everything that is happening, or that people are willing to buy or sell, and the dynamics between supply and demand. Really, it's just who has the supply, and are people willing to buy? I gotta understand that clearer. I feel like that's exactly how these markets move. Who's holding all the supply, and where are they selling at, and what happens to price as they sell? Does price go down, or does price stay the same, or somehow does price go up? If demand is more than they're selling, then that would, of course, they'd sell in a strength, and then they'd still be buying. So here they probably de-risking, but price went down, so there's not a demand because it's too overextended. So you probably have potential hold here for a while, around 2,500, building a move to the upside as this relief rally continues and the ceasefires to continue. Maybe more good news from Trump, maybe the end of the war. If they figure out what, you know what I mean, the ceasefire, figure that out, actually stop the war and come to some good terms. Nobody should be killing nobody. This is crazy because they'd have a dictatorship, and I heard the stories about how that happened and how they used to be a good, like, prosperous country, and they're Persians, and so they're old, thousands of years old. They're proud people. You don't want, you know what I mean? It's just kind of insulting what Trump is doing. Obviously, it's a war. But you get a relief rally. You get 1,000 points, and then you get to unload all your stocks, and you just made $1 million. So many people made $1 million today after that relief rally. So that's where you get consolidations on the 15-second that look like that. This trend channel. Who knows how many orders there were for the last hour? 1,221,000. Good thing I'm out the market right now. I don't know. This is a weird NY open. When you start from behind, you start in the negative. That's weird too. You need a good first trade for momentum. Good trades for momentum. It's not that I hate Trump. I just think it's not that I like him either or support him. I just think that he has an organization of people that are too good to be doing all this shit. He has all the resources in the world to be doing too much. I think he's probably being coaxed somehow to be doing too much. I've heard he has a Messiah complex, and I do see that. He's gonna go down in the history books, though. It's who knows what they're gonna say about him? He did a lot, though. There's all these wars, a couple presidencies during COVID, and you had Biden. I think a lot happened behind the scenes because I'm into conspiracy theories and reading into aliens and UFOs and stuff. I like all that stuff, but just wondering, in wonderment, what is out there? What is life? Is there life on other planets? Is there something in the moon? Is the moon a spaceship? Or what type of ancient technologies do they have around the Earth? Egypt and all the discoveries they find. That is proof of something more, in this world that seems to be very structured around very particular ways of living or something. It's all open and it's all potential and it's all good and it's all sometimes not good. I don't know. Life's crazy that way. I just need to make money. If I can make money, I'll feel a lot better. This is starting to break to the downside. We're getting a move. You're retracing a move. This might be in a range all morning. So I'm thinking we got 2 weeks, or if news comes out that they don't agree to the ceasefire anymore, or they're still firing on each other. I think that's what is going to happen. They're still firing on each other. There ain't no ceasefire, huh? Can't can't really trust the government during wartime. You gotta keep everybody safe. And the truth, the people trying to get to the bottom of it and they're getting away or something, it's all dangerous. So I understand keeping it a secret and telling people what you have to for the safety of your military people and the people. So you gotta be strategic, plan it all out, and definitely have a plan. But what is their end game? You know, that's confusing. They don't want a dictator. Is that what they came out with, and that's what it is, or is there something else that they're doing that's deeply wrong? I got a feeling they're up to no good in Iran. Got a feeling America's up to no good in Iran, and they're like stealing something from them, or trying to take over. I don't know what the heck politics or geopolitics and how it's supposed to be, but just something's inherently wrong with, I think, going to war. And if you can't have 100 million people and you still have bad leadership, then especially in this modern day and age, like, they can't see how the rest of the world is doing and how good the rest of the world is doing and how they're doing it. And they got all this oil, so they got oil money, and they're around all these rich countries. Like, across the way is Saudi Arabia, and they're all thriving, extra cool. They must, you know what I mean? Like, is it they just don't like, maybe it's the regime. They need a different regime there, and that's not what I'm getting there. They just need a different regime. And then we'll see, because whoever was before these bad guys, and they were good, and still they started to do like American hate propaganda in there, or it's like colonialism or something. They don't like the white colonialist or the European colonialist, or I don't know what that's about either. So much to figure out, huh? I'm not feeling safe about trading this for some reason. Should be in this and should be building a position. I think would be a swing trade, but scalping this market's a bit complicated to scalp this. Or you just have to really be patient and have been holding for a long time and just watch this thing slowly grind down. I'll break even, so it's not like I've taken a trade. So 25 right below 50, a defensive push below 50. I want to see this retrace 50 and then potentially entering at this resistance, at this new resistance, and so break to like 2,500. Now we're getting 3 5-minute candles closing red. I need more info. There's uncertainty, and I don't know what I'm uncertain of and why I shouldn't be trading this right now. I like cleaner moves, I guess. A cleaner looking 15-second chart. Something that looks like a clear range, clear higher lows. And this is how NY open normally looks like, right? Whether bullish or bearish. It's like a couple oscillations in a lower high or lower low, and or a higher high, higher low, or relatively equal lows, and it's a nice looking range. But we're bullish because of a sell-off after so maybe even after today there could be another rally, or there's news that comes along and then just wipe out all the news from that ceasefire deal, and then just probably just retrace back down to 24.5. So I guess that's it. Scalping for the day. That wasn't recovered my losses. Got 134, $1.34 today, so I'm break even, and couldn't really get a good read on the markets. I had a couple of bad entries, and then I went on till and wasn't focused. Wasn't sure of direction this morning. Knew there was going to be a sell-off. Was right about the sell-off for the day. Selling stopped, and then shouldn't have gotten in. Thought selling was going to continue, but extended to the downside. Relief, and then another push, about equal size to the downside again. So that could have been that second leg. Another relief, and then another drop, a third leg potentially. We're seeing even lower than low here. The lowest it got was 25.40. So the 50-point moves. So from here, it's just the grind. Let's see how we're getting so much fluctuation. There's lots of big orders potentially. So it's characteristic of big orders. It's a lot of fluctuation. I'm not sure if it's a lot of volume. Still kind of lighter volume. Singular operator. I don't know, not too many operators. I don't know what I'm talking about. I can't wait to know what I'm talking about so I could just freaking know everything about how to trade MNQ, and then I'm a millionaire, and then a Porsche, and then like I do freaking, I don't know what people do with money, but been hella freaking been broke before, and then now it's like time to really lock in. It takes a long ass time to start getting comfortable with the charts, though. I ain't gonna lie, like it's like a slow process to put all the information together, because when you really don't know what's going on, you have to get comfortable knowing that you don't know, and that's uncomfortable. But then you start picking up on clues, and then data of historical price action, and then when you see it, it becomes more second nature to consider these confluences in your favor. Just remembering how to trade the market is very individual basis. Like everybody's gonna have a different way to approach the markets. Looking at different charts, it was just all of it is just confluence, higher probability trades, and avoiding being part of liquidity, or building that liquidity with the bigger operators in the same direction. Having appropriate stop losses to, like, where is the validation point before I enter this trade, and where's the exit point, and then build the position around that. You got to keep it simple. So you let the direction establish. I feel safer in a bullish instrument because it's like appreciating and price is gonna go up, and you can anticipate sell-offs. But in a bearish market, I don't know if it's just the exact same thing or it has a different sentiment. It's like going against the primary trend when it's bearish. I think the primary trend is overall supposed to be going up, but something really has to change the market. So that was just a crazy move last night, and getting all the selling happening. So I don't know. I think I'm done trading for the day. I'm gonna keep an eye on this market though, and I'm gonna get better too. And freaking, I gotta do more studies. I gotta know what the hell I'm talking about. Have something to talk about too. Okay, let me get out of here. Bye, everybody.